Today we're gonna do my first ever unboxing. Hey, what's going on? It's Ryan, and real quick before we get started with the video, as always, if you can please subscribe, hit that subscribe button. That would mean just the world to me. With that, let's get into today's video. Today we're going to be doing my first ever unboxing. I haven't really ever done any sort of unboxing on this channel, but I just, right before starting this video, got a new camera that I ordered in the mail, and I really wanted to just figure, let's just do an unboxing. Let's give it a shot. I've never done one before, and this seems like the perfect time to do it because I will be going away this weekend to Massachusetts, and this is one of the cameras I bought to bring with me because I wanted to use it for the specific use of it and just to have it with me. So let's get into that right now. First, let's talk about the camera. So the camera is this guy. It is the Reto, 3D Reto 3D camera. So this is made by a company that actually started on Kickstarter with this, and it actually got picked up by companies like Urban Outfitters. That's actually where I got it. It retails for about $100, and I've been doing a lot of reviewing of this camera on here because this is not my first time into 3D photography. I actually have a Nishika 3D camera that I've used to make a couple of 3D photos, kind of like this one. But I actually haven't done a real deep dive review or explanation of that camera yet. I'm going to do that, just not yet. I want to talk about this camera as it is a camera I will be, like I said, using this weekend when we go to Massachusetts. So 3D photography is actually not new. It's been around for a while. The camera I have, the original, the Nishika, I think came out in the 80s.
Taking pictures with the Nishika is really not very different from using an ordinary two-dimensional camera. Hold the camera in a horizontal position.
It's just, I don't even really know how they made the 3D photos back then, but now we just do it in Lightroom. I'm also going to make another video on how to take those film photos and turn them into a 3D GIF, like I showed you before, but that's another video. But nowadays we can do it in Photoshop, which is a lot easier and a lot more fun. This one actually takes it one step back and makes it even easier to make this more consumer level, which is a reason I got it. I like to have a professional camera version and then a consumer camera version. That's why I have a Canon EOS film camera, but also a point and shoot Yashica. I like to have the variability of having a professional one that I can use for bigger projects, and then more of an amateur one that I could just take with me to just have fun and shoot film with. But anyway, back to this camera. So it actually has 3 lenses on it, where the Yashica has 4. So there is going to be a little bit of difference between the photos and GIFs I get out of this camera as opposed to my Nishika, which has, like I said, more lenses on it, which means a better kind of movement in the photos. But with the Nishika, like I said, I have to do it post in Photoshop and stitch them together to get that, you know, effect. With this, I just have to scan the photos and send it to my phone, use the Reto 3D app, which is $4.99 on the App Store and is only available on iPhone right now. I'm sure they're working on another one. But put it in there, set an anchor point, and then just go. So I'm really excited to actually use this camera, especially for the fact that it's so super easy to use and so portable. It's very tiny. It's made of plastic, so I don't have to worry about it, like, really, you know, any sort of damage or anything like that. But I am very excited to use this camera this weekend. It takes regular 35mm film, and again, like I said, there are 3 lenses on it, so it gives you that kind of that movement in the GIF photos. So let's open this guy on up, see what comes in the box, look at the camera, and really get into it. So this box is very Apple-esque. As someone who's a big fan of design and packaging, this really gives off a nice Apple kind of premium box feel. And that premium box feel continues as we open and pull the box out of the main packaging. And there's this little black little thing on top of it that most likely holds like warranty information and maybe, you know, some accessories and stuff like that. But right under it, we are hit with the camera right away. And I gotta say, it is a good looking camera. I mean, look at this thing. It is a beautiful camera. Yes, it is plastic. I mean, it was only $100, but it's a unique, fun looking camera right off the bat. So let's take that camera out and put it to the side for right now. And then under there is something that I really love, is like a wrist strap for it. Usually I have to buy my own straps for my cameras, which I'm fine with, but I love that they threw in the box this little strap. So that's right under the camera, and that's really what's in the box right now. Let's take a look and see what's actually in this envelope that came above it. So yeah, like I said, this is a basic instruction manual that came in the box. Gives us a little breakdown of like what the camera's about, how to load it properly, how to use it properly. Let's see, battery. Oh, I have to put a battery in it. Great. How to properly hold it, and then also how far away your subject should be. That's great because you have to remember you have to have your subject a certain feet away so you can get that 3D effect, and it also helps if there's a little bit of something in front of them and a little something behind them, gives it like that little bit of motion. And behind that, it looks like we have 3 stickers from Reto, which is awesome because I love stickers. I have my laptop full of stickers, so it's always cool when companies throw this in the box. So that's it for what's in the box. Let's take a look a little bit more at the actual camera. So on the front, we could see we have 1, 2, 3 lenses. Above it, we have the eye hole where you will actually be viewing through the camera. Then to the left of that, we have a flash on button. It's very tactile. You can feel that it's a $100 camera button, but I'm guessing we hold this down and it charges the flash for us to use when we fire that flash. A general rule of thumb with these cameras too, just to get that out there, these lenses usually are shooting at like an f11 or an f16, so it's going to be very wide down. So you're going to want to shoot with something like between a 1 to 400 kind of film. So and then also you're going to want to always have the flash on, even if you're doing this outside. I mean, unless you're in bright sunlight, you're going to want to fire the flash because it's going to help expose that film properly. If we take a look at the top, we have the winder, then we have the actual shutter button, and then we actually have the counter of letting us know how many images are left. Now also, this is 3 shots at once. So if you're shooting with like something like the Ektar, the 100 from Kodak that I'll be using, has 36 exposures on it. So, hey Siri, what's 36 divided by 3? I'm bad at math.
36 divided by 3 is 12.
So you will get 12 images out of this camera roll right here. Or this film roll rather, right here. So just take that into consideration that you're going to have less shots than you would on a regular roll, which means, double the price and expense you'll have, and also the less shots you'll have to play with. So just think about what you want to shoot before you shoot it. So then we pop it open by clicking on the button on the side, and we can see there's no real DX code reminder, so this camera's not going to know what ISO you're shooting at, so it's really up to you. Then we see our 3 lenses, and then our wheel, rewinder, and advancer over here. Now, a general rule of thumb too is you're going to want to advance slowly to not mess up, overlay, or break the film since it's doing such a large wind. Just remember that. And then on the bottom, we just have a storage compartment for the battery. It looks to be like a regular AA, which is nice. A lot of these older cameras use weirder kind of batteries. This is something you can get at any store, anywhere in the world. I got a text message. And then next to that is the rewind button for when we're done with our roll of film. And that is really about it for the camera. It's very basic, very simple, but I'm looking very forward to playing with it and shooting it. And you know what? I don't have my expectations set super high for this camera, as it's only $100 and I have the professional version, a Nishika, that takes really awesome 3D photos. But there's a lot of people out there that actually hate on this camera, and I'm not going to until I see the film, but off the bat, I'm not going to. I will do a more full in-depth review of this camera with examples and how to actually use the app on the phone once I get the film back. But there's a lot of people out there that don't like it. My expectations are very low with it, so I'm going in with it knowing that these aren't going to be as high quality as with my Nishika, but it's a point-and-shoot fun 3D camera that's sold at Urban Outfitters. Like, what do you expect? I just think it's great to have this to just like take on a trip with you, pop a couple of fun shots off of you and your friends and your family members, and just have these interesting photos you can share on Instagram, Facebook. We aren't going to be putting these up in galleries. This is just for fun. Photography is always about fun. So I'm looking forward to using this. I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. This was my first. Please leave some comments below and let me know how it went. But I'm excited to take this this. If you like this video, please leave a comment, like, thumbs up. Do you have this camera? Have you played with it? What are your thoughts? Show me your photos. Again, subscribe. Remember to just shoot, and I'll see you later.